Dave Ramey, industry legend making legendary wines. Is there anything this guy hasn't done? I mean, honestly, he's one of the greatest Chardonnay producers on the planet. He's one of the greatest Cabernet producers on the planet. Makes great Syrah from that Rogers Creek vineyard in true Sonoma Coast. Basically just legend. Like, dude knows how to make everything great. And when that happens, you get great wines at all levels. All the way up from his like $250, $300 single vineyard super fancy stuff, his $125 Chardonnays that get 98 points, and this wine, his lovable, enjoyable Ramey Claret, a wine that we've been selling since his first vintage, which I think was 2001? 2001, I think, was the first Ramey Claret. We sold that wine. We basically tasted and or sold every vintage since then. And I can unequivocally state the 2019 Ramey Claret is the finest version of Ramey Claret we've ever had. What a sensational wine for the money. So quick thing on Dave Ramey. Some of you may know his resume, some of you may not, but he worked the 89 harvest and the 79 harvest, coincidentally, at Chateau Petrus. Was not responsible, come on, Christian Wex was responsible for that, but he did aid in making the 100.89 Chateau Petrus, one of the greatest Bordeaux's ever made in the history of mankind. Came back here to worked at Chalk Hill, then basically created the whole concept of great Chardonnay at Matanzas Creek. Put Chardonnay on the map there. Then went to Dominus. Heard of that? Rudd Estate. Heard of that. And then basically set up shop for himself in 1996 with Ramey Wine Cellars. He was like, screw this, I can do this on my own. And he's doing it on his own magnificently for almost 3 decades. Well, now the family's involved, the kids are involved. So his daughter and his son are both heavily involved in the winery now. They almost kind of run it. Dave is still very active, but it's good to take a step back when you're a legend, right? You know what I mean? Like, at some point, Ted Williams didn't have to hit anymore. 2019 Ramey Claret. What a wine. Now, the key is the designation here, North Coast. So, North Coast, there's no Lodi here. You know what I mean? There's no Monterey Cabernet sneaking into this bad boy. But the secret weapon to the greatness of this wine is the beauty of what can be found in the High Valley. The High Valley? Tell me more about this High Valley. Well, the High Valley is the area above Napa. So you head north of Napa, you have this wonderful lake country, beautiful vineyards, rolling hills, and High Valley is home to some really, really great Cabernet Sauvignon. And this blend is about half High Valley, but then he raises the stakes. Then we're into Alexander Valley, we're into Oakville, we're into Oak Knoll, we're into some bling areas to flesh out this wine. And they do an incredible amount of work working on the blend of this wine prior to aging. They do the blend super early on this wine. The skill required to look at these young, fresh, primary barrel samples and put together a wine of this quality, of this magnitude, for this price, before it really goes into barrel, is remarkable. And that's where the art and the talent is. Incredible. The whole thing is blended. It ages for 18 months. And then in French and American oak, about 20% new. And then it's bottled unfiltered. Now, this wine is primarily a Cabernet Sauvignon wine, so much in the style of the classic British Claret. The name comes from the fact that the Bordeaux, the folks in England, call Bordeaux Claret. Oh, what do you say tonight? Would you like a fine Burgundy or perhaps a Claret? Claret, please. We're having beef Wellington. And that's where the whole Claret thing comes in. So it's an homage to his Bordeaux roots, you know, his time with Christian Wex at Petrus and at Dominus. And that's the style that he's looking for. He's looking for a more Bordeaux style. He likes the more elegant French style wines. But, of course, accidentally, you get all this richness and fruit and yummies and power. And what we love about the 2019 Ramey Claret is this has size, amplitude. It has another gear over some of the other great Ramey Clarets that have been produced. Serious wine. And it's funny because that High Valley fruit, I don't know if it has like a ton of terroir on its own to speak of. So what happens is the Alexander Valley, the Oakville, the Oak Knoll, these other smaller components create the complexity. This beautiful sunny High Valley Cabernet handles the center palate beautifully. And then all the other yummy good stuff is all the notes. Expert winemaking here. He's pretty good at what he does. He's only made probably 50 of the greatest wines in the last 40 years. This guy's amazing. And this is where the money's made. This is where the talent shows up. It's easy to make 4 barrels of Rocchioli Vineyard, single vineyard Chardonnay, which he does, and they're amazing. But that's child's play for Dave Ramey. The art, the skill, the expertise, the history, the knowledge is here. And this wine is incredible. Double 94 points, Advocate and Jeb Dunnick. The wine's $38. This is incredible value in California Cabernet. Basically, it's Cabernet. I think 74% Cabernet. Incredible value for California Cabernet. But we're not shocked. We're not surprised. It's Ramey. He's the man. Legend. Get some.